Hey there, fellow YouTubers and those of you on Facebook who will be seeing this video. I'm of course Max and I'm here with another one of my XX vlogs of Max, number 27 or 28 or I don't know, probably 27, might be 28. But yeah, sometimes I have trouble keeping track of them. But I know it's one of the two, either 27 or 28. So yeah, I figured I'd do a vlog because I got done watching America's Got Talent a while ago, and for the most part there was some pretty impressive acts tonight. There were some acts that I didn't really like, and I'll get into those acts and why I didn't like them momentarily, and I will also get into the acts that I did like, and basically the ones that I chose for my top 5, and plus the wild card, because me and my nephew Dylan, since there were so many good acts tonight, we decided to both make a top 5 and then a wild card pick for a 6th pick. That basically would be our wild card pick. If one of our top 5 picks didn't get in, it'd be our wild card pick that would count as one of our picks if at least one of our top 5 picks didn't get in. So basically, I figure I will start off by talking about the acts I didn't like. And first off, one that should be no surprise is the Kinetic King. Like I've said before, I don't like this guy's act, mainly because I don't consider it a real talent, and I also don't find it that interesting. I'll never get what the judges see in this guy. I mean, Howie and Sharon, I can kind of understand why those two would be into it, but I honestly don't get it. Why does Pierce find this guy so freaking interesting? I mean, this coming from a guy that found those funny little people boring and uninteresting, but he finds the Kinetic King to be one of the greatest acts on HET. And this I honestly don't get, because those funny little people, way more entertaining to watch than the Kinetic King. And like I've said before in previous vlogs, what the Kinetic King does isn't a real talent, for the simple fact that anybody can learn how to do what he does, and anybody can set up little setups like he does. So in that regard, it's not a real talent. Whether you like to see it that way or not, it's the truth. And then of course, next on my list of acts I didn't really like are Fatally Unique. And some of you are probably wondering, well, why don't you like Fatally Unique? They had a pretty awesome performance. And for the most part, you're right, they did have a pretty awesome performance. But the reason I didn't like them is because they did something that I think an act should never do, and that basically is they copied the quote-unquote scary style of the West Springfield dance team by making their act a scary act. Not saying it wasn't a great act, but I honestly don't like that when acts copy other acts. Like, that's what doesn't make sense to me. They basically called Fatally Unique because they're supposed to be unique. They're supposed to do stuff that no one else has thought of, and themes that no one else has thought of, yet they do something that pretty much copies the theme of what West Springfield Dance does. They always do scary performances, and basically I felt like Fatally Unique wasn't being unique by doing a scary performance of by doing a scary dance performance thing, and basically copying off what the West Springfield dance team does. So that's the only reason I didn't like it, and why it's on my list of acts I didn't like that much, because of the fact that it just wasn't that great of an act. It was a great act, but okay, well, it was a great act, but it was just that one little thing that completely got me less interested in it after that. And then of course Gymkhana, and the reason I didn't like this act is because not only was it not even close to being as interesting as their last performance, it also was dull and boring. Most of the people on the stage, all they did was flips, and then there was this other guy that wasn't, and then there was some of their act that when they tried to flip through the flaming hula hoop thing that they were all flipping through, the giant hula hoop ring, if you like to call it that. Basically, they screwed up on that trick. One person got injured, and basically they weren't able to recover after that, and they kind of put their act to an abrupt halt after that, basically, because after the little incident with the fire ring, a couple of them stumbling through it just ended the act right there, and it just wasn't that interesting. I mean, their last performance, it was absolutely amazing. This performance, they didn't step it up, it wasn't that interesting, and yeah, just didn't like it in general. And so yeah, I will be surprised if they make it through the I will be surprised if they make it through to the finals, because considering they screwed up and their act wasn't that interesting, I don't see what chance they have of making it through to the finals. But if they do make it through the finals, they're really going to have to step it up. That's all I can say. And of course, next on my list is Snap Boogie. Now me, I usually really enjoy Snap Boogie's acts. They're always usually really entertaining to watch, and I don't usually have an issue with them. But to me, Snap Boogie's act tonight wasn't all that interesting. He didn't bring his usual street style that he brings to most of his dance performances, and in general I just basically didn't like it because of that, because usually he brings this awesome street style, as he calls it, because he's from the streets, and it's usually an awesome performance. But tonight it wasn't nearly as good as his previous performances, and I don't see him making it through. And if he does get through, he's gonna have to step it up quite a bit, just like Gymkhana. They're both gonna have to step it up if one or both of them gets through. And yeah, I just didn't like his act because it wasn't as good as it usually is. And then of course there's Stephen Richless. And the reason I don't like his act is not because of the fact that it's a pole dancing act with a guy. I mean, I can see how it would be entertaining, but to be honest, pole dancing is what, no matter what anybody tells you, pole dancing, it's not $1 million act. Because I mean, think about it. How long do you think pole dancing is going to be in a 1 hour Vegas show? How interesting it's going to be in a 1 hour Vegas show? Because once you've seen a couple of pole dance routines, it kind of gets boring after a while. And not only that, considering the fact that Stephen Richless is a guy, the only crowd his performance is really going to draw, I guarantee you, even if he did make it to Vegas, is chicks. Because girls are pretty much, girls or like non-straight guys, aka gay guys, are the only people that are going to be drawn to this act pretty much, because you're not going to find a lot of guys out there that's going to want to watch a guy pole dance. And basically that is one of the factors that makes it not all that great to become a Vegas act, because you got a guy who pole dances, and don't get me wrong, I'm sure it'd be really interesting for chicks to watch, because girls would probably find that really sexy and stuff like that, but no guy's going to be interested in watching another guy pole dance unless he's gay, or unless he has some issues with his sexual identity or something like that. And I know some of you will take offense to that, and I apologize to those of you who take offense to that, but you know what? No guy, there's like very few straight guys, I guarantee you, that are going to want to watch a Vegas show where all Stephen Richless does is pole dance. Sure, he does some impressive things on the pole, but it's not a Vegas act and it's not a $1 million act. But yeah, now that I've went through my acts that I didn't like, I will move on to my quote-unquote top 5 picks plus my wild card for the semifinals round 2 edition of HET, because that's what this vlog is. It's the vlog for the what I thought of the acts for the semifinals round 2, what I thought of them and what acts I think I should go through, and so on and so forth. And like I said before, so basically, yeah, first on my top 5 list is Landon Swank, and basically I think this guy should go through because I absolutely loved his trick tonight. Basically the trick was he had all these different boxes suspended in the air. They were numbered 1 through 4 and each box had a switch, and basically the judges at the beginning were told to pick a switch and that they would basically be in charge of that switch, so that they would push the button at the right time and these boxes would explode. Now what I found interesting about this is that Landon Swank had said that all the boxes were rigged with explosives, so it brought the danger element into it, and basically all the buttons were picked, numbers 1, 3, and 4. Nobody picked button number 2. So basically during the act, Landon Swank had told each of the judges to push their button on the count of 3, and they did, and 3 of the boxes exploded. But amazingly enough, Landon Swank was of course in box number 2, and he had asked Pierce to blow up the last remaining box after he was out of it, and I just thought it was a great trick, and I hope he gets through because I can't wait to see what he does next. All in all, second on my top 5 list is the Summerlin Skippers. Amazing performance by them yet again. It was one of their best performances, I'd say. And not only that, there was great elements to this performance. They chose a perfect song, Till the World Ends. At least I think that's the name of that Britney Spears song they used, Till the World Ends by Britney Spears. It went really good. It went so well together with their routine, and it was just an awesome routine, and I hope they make it through because they're really amazing at what they do, and who would have thought skipping would be that good of an act. So Summerlin Skippers, I'm really hoping you get through because your act is amazing, and I'd love to see what you do next. So yeah, Anna Graceman, without a doubt, she's my number 3rd choice, and without a doubt, this girl should go through. And the reason I say that is because, like another person I'm going to mention in a few minutes, Anna Graceman, every time she performs, it doesn't matter what song she performs, she always does every song amazingly, and I can honestly say I absolutely love this little girl. She's cute as a button. She sings amazingly. She's got like amazing talent for an 11-year-old as a singer, and I've never seen her have one bad performance. Every performance she does, she always does amazing, and I'd love to see what she does next. I'm really hoping you make it on, Anna, because you are a great performer. You are ahead of your time vocally, and it's amazing that a kid so young as Anna, she's only 11 years old, and yet she already has an amazing singing voice that could rival Selena Gomez and some of the other pop sensations out there. And that's saying something when you say that she has a voice that could rival somebody like Selena Gomez, because Selena Gomez has an amazing singing voice, as far as I'm concerned anyway. And then of course choice number 4, which shouldn't be much of a surprise, Landau Eugene Murphy Jr. And the reason I chose this is obvious. Like I said before in previous vlogs, the guy's the Black Frank Sinatra. And I know some of you are saying, the what, Frank Sinatra? And you heard me correctly. He's basically the Black Frank Sinatra. This guy sounds pretty much exactly like Frank Sinatra. Every time he sings, he always does an amazing job no matter what song he does. And tonight was one of his all-time best performances. He did amazing during his performance. I thoroughly loved it. Landau is definitely one of my top favorites because the guy is truly amazing. He's got real talent, and he's one of the few people on the show next to Pop Life that actually deserves to be on the show and actually deserves to be in the finals. So honestly, if America doesn't vote Landau Eugene Murphy Jr. through, then honestly I gotta say, what the heck is wrong with you, America? Because if Landau doesn't get through tomorrow night, there's something seriously wrong with America. And if it gets down to where he's one of the picks for the judges and the judges don't pick him, then there's something seriously wrong with the judges. Because Landau Eugene Murphy Jr., more than anyone else on the semifinals round 2 episode of AGT, more than anyone else on that episode, he deserves to get through. Well, okay, not more than anybody else. Both him and Anna Graceman deserve to be in the finals because they're both amazing singers, and every time they perform, they always do amazing singing performances and stuff like that. So yeah, Anna and Landau Eugene Murphy both deserve to get through, and I'll be really disappointed if one of them doesn't get through or both of them don't get through, because they both deserve to be in the finals. So hopefully America picks them to be 2 of the top 5, or that the judges pick one of them to go through. It's down to the judges' choice. My 5th choice is the Silhouettes, simply because every time they perform, their act is always brilliant. It's really creative what they do. I mean, the first part of their act wasn't that great, but the rest of it was absolutely amazing. I love watching their act. It's highly entertaining, very enjoyable to watch. The Silhouettes, you ladies are amazing, and you guys, don't think I forgot about you. I know there is guys in the Silhouettes, and I didn't forget about you, both guys and girls that are in the group, the Silhouettes. You all do amazing. You should be proud of what you do. And like Howie said multiple times, what you guys do is unique. I've never seen an act like that ever before on TV or on a reality show like America's Got Talent, and it's always enjoyable to watch. And now, we are of course down to my wild card choice, which was the Smage Brothers riding show. Now the reason I chose these guys for my wild card choice is, out of all the acts that were left to choose from, they were one of the other ones that impressed me. They didn't impress me, like really impress me, but they impressed me enough for me to choose them as my wild card. Their act was pretty impressive. I still say it could have been better than it was, but it was pretty impressive, and for that reason they are my wild card. And so yeah, those are basically my picks. Landon Swank, Summerlin Skippers, Anna Graceman, Landau Eugene Murphy Jr., Silhouettes, and my wild card, the Smage Brothers riding show. Those are my picks. I hope most of them get through, if not all of them, and it'll be interesting to see tomorrow night's show. And like I said, I'd share with you my nephew Dylan's picks, since we were talking to each other on the phone after the show. And the following is basically who he thinks deserve to get through to the finals, and they're his top 5 and his wild card. At number 1, he has, of course, Fatally Unique. At number 2, he has the Summerlin Skippers. And then at 3rd, Anna Graceman. 4, the Smage Brothers riding show. 5. Landau Eugene Murphy Jr. And last but not least, he has Snap Boogie as his wild card. And basically you'll notice we have a lot of the same picks. The only difference really between our choices is I chose the silhouettes and he didn't choose the silhouettes. And I chose Land Swank and he didn't choose Land of Swank. But other than that, we pretty much have the exact same choices. So for the most part we agree on our choices. Some we disagree, but we both have varying opinions. Not everybody's going to agree on stuff, on everything, and yeah. But yeah, just figured I'd share my thoughts on tonight's semifinals round 2 episode of AGT. I will be doing another vlog after the results show happens tomorrow. Well, I guess I could say tonight, because when I post this vlog it'll be tomorrow when I post this vlog, so I will be making another vlog tonight, since it will be Wednesday when I post this video, and sharing my thoughts with you on the semifinals of AGT. Or not the semifinal, or yeah, the semifinals round 2 results show what I thought of who got through, what I thought of who didn't get through, and stuff like that, and see how many of my picks got through, and what my thoughts are on it. All in all, as long as the Kinetic King doesn't get through, I'll be happy. If he gets through, then I will be really shocked, really surprised, and if he does get through, I hope he doesn't win the whole show, because him winning the whole show will prove that America can't see what real talent is, as far as I'm concerned. Sorry for those of you who I offend that are fans of the Kinetic King, but the guy doesn't have real talent. It's just plain and simple. Whether you agree with me or you disagree with me, it's true. The guy does not have talent. But anyway, moving on. I don't know if I mentioned this in a previous blog, but I've been having some issues lately with a little game on FB by the name of Sim Social. And basically it's been 4 days, and every day I've went online, I've tried to get on the Sim Social game, and every day it's the same result. The game uploads to 65%, then it stops uploading, and it never completely uploads, which means I can never get into the game, which is frustrating for a number of reasons. Number one, I can't get into the game, I can't play it, which means I can't accept requests that my friends send me that can play the game, and I can't play the game, I can't work on my character, on my character's house, I can't do anything with the game until it completely uploads, and so far it's been a pain in the ass and not uploading. Number two, what's irritating about this, I don't know if I've mentioned it before or I've said anything about it in a previous vlog, but what irritates me even more is basically the fact that I'm the only one of my friends that this whole Sim Social thing not working is affecting. All of the people on my friends list who use Sim Social, or that play the game Sim Social on Facebook, none of them are having a problem with it. It's uploading fine for them, they're able to get into the game and play it, but it won't upload for me, and that's the most frustrating part about this situation, is the fact that it works fine for them, but it doesn't work fine for me, and it's kind of getting irritating not being able to play one of my all-time favorite games on Facebook. I even tested out this theory today. I did some things to try and get it working again, and to try and get it to upload to 100% so I could start playing it again. Like, on the bottom of the screen, on the upload screen for the game, it says if you're having problems uploading the game that you might need to update your Flash player. So of course I updated my Flash player, but did that fix the problem? No, it still wouldn't upload completely on my main FB account, even though I upgraded my Flash player. So then I figured, okay, well, I want to try another trick to see if it would start working. So I basically took the liberty upon myself of making a whole nother FB account under the name of Alex Gregson, an alias name for my secondary FB account. And the reason I created my second FB account, because I want to see if on my other account if I'd be able to access it, like if it would completely upload and I'd be able to play it. So I get on this other account, I find the Sims Social game, and I upload it on that FB account, and lo and behold, what happens? It uploads perfectly fine, proving that I didn't need to upgrade my Flash player to make it upload, and that the issue lies with my main FB account, my Maxx one, and it has nothing to do with my Flash player, which is a pain in the ass because I can play it on my secondary Facebook account, but I can't play it on my main Facebook account. And the reason this irritates me is because I don't want to play it on my secondary FB account. I want to play it on my main FB account, the one that I already have a character started. My character was up to level 10. I was doing really good with that character, and I really want to get back to it and work on his house. So I'm hoping that FB or the Sim Social people will get this resolved by the end of the week, because I've decided if it's not resolved by the end of the week, I'm completely giving up on Sim Social. I don't want to give up on Sim Social, don't get me wrong, I love playing the game, but if that glitch is not fixed by the end of the week, then the Sim Social people, they're losing another player for their game that absolutely loves playing their game. And ironically enough, I'm not the only one that this is affecting. I am the only one it's affecting among my friends and I. Like, my friends can play the game all fine, but I can't play it at all. But there is other people on Facebook, because I've seen on the Sim Social page that I'm not the only one that this upload error is affecting. There's other people that have basically been affected by it as well. They've been having trouble uploading their Sim Social game, and it won't upload for them either, so I'm not the only one, which is kind of reassuring in a way to know that I'm not the only one who's having issues with the problem, and that other people are having the same problem I'm having. But at the same time, I just want it fixed. I really want to go back on Sim Social. To the Sim Social people, if you do see this video, please get this problem fixed. I don't want to have to boycott your game and stop playing it at the end of this week if you haven't got it fixed. So I'm really hoping you have it fixed. I'd like to get back to my main Sim Social account and not my secondary one I created on my other FB account, and be able to play it and work on my character on my main FB account. And yeah, so I'm hoping they get that fixed soon, because it's really frustrating being the only one out of all my friends not being able to play the game, and all my other friends being able to play it. They send me game requests, but the ironic thing is I can't accept their game requests because I can't get into the game, and if I can't get into the game, I can't accept their requests, which is frustrating because I want to accept their requests, but I can't do that until the game lets me in. So I'm hoping it does let me in sooner rather than later. But anyway, I've went on for quite a while. It's getting late, so I figure I'll end off this vlog by saying I'm hoping Sim Social is back up soon, because I really want to play it. And of course, this has been another XX vlog of Maxx. I'm of course Maxx, sharing with you my thoughts on the semifinals round 2 edition of AGT, and my frustration towards Sim Social. Anyway, good night everybody, or good afternoon, or whatever it is when this video is posted, and yeah, talk to you later. Have a great day.